This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by JACKPOCKET. Feeling lucky? Well, get ready to try your luck with JACKPOCKET, America's #1 lottery app. With JACKPOCKET, you order Powerball and Mega Million tickets right on your phone. They even have official state lottery games, so you just whip your phone out. No, you ain't got to run to that. Whip, right there on your phone. Everything right there. What we talking about? Official state lottery games right there on your phone. New customers get a free lottery ticket by using promo code Gillie. So listen, go on there right now. Get you a Mega Millions or Powerball ticket on me. If you win, I don't want to break down, but I do want to break down. That's all I'm telling you. And that's code Gillie for a free Powerball or Mega Millions ticket. Don't wait. Download JACKPOCKET now for your chance to win big. Good luck, JACKPOCKET, America's #1 lottery app. Why would you go anywhere else? You wouldn't. It's JACKPOCKET, right?
December 20th is going down.
Yes.
Gillie and Wallo knockout party, the biggest show on earth. You never seen nothing like this. I'm talking about unbelievable fights. I'm talking about it's so funny, it's so real, it's so everything. I'm talking about the fights. People are going to be getting knocked through the rings, knocked out. I'm talking about you're going to be seeing all types of fights from people that you never expect to see fight before. This is the biggest show on earth.
Yes.
Gillie and Wallo knockout parties. Listen,
it's going down at the Chase Center.
Chase Center. You see what happened last time?
House in Delaware.
You see what happened last time?
You see how it was sold out. We ain't worried about that. If you can't get there, it's going to be on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view, 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 pay-per-view. Last time we did 29,000 pay-per-views. This time we trying to do 70,000 pay-per-views.
We're going to do 100,000. It's going down.
That's right.
But listen, Gillie and Wallo knockout party. You never seen a party like this. You never seen a show like this. You never seen a boxing match like this. What you want to do is get your tickets. Don't play no games. Get your tickets. Gillie and Wallo knockout party, December 20th, Chase Fieldhouse, Wilmington, Delaware. It is going down. It's going to be big. On the 19th, we'll be doing a weigh-in. You're going to see the craziest fight from some of the wildest people. I'm talking about the action is action-packed.
Yes.
I'm talking about what you never seen before.
Yes.
The greatest show on earth, Gillie and Wallo knockout party. It's going down. Either you could be there or you could watch it at home. It don't matter. As long as you're tuned in, I'm telling you, you're not going to regret this. We got my guy Large coming back. He's going to be on the mics with me and Gil. We're going to be we got Rome coming back to get the after the fight action. It's going down. You don't want to miss this. Gillie and Wallo knockout party, the biggest show on earth.
December 20th. Let's go.
Be there. $1 million worth of game. We're right here with a legend, man.
Yes.
Joey Crack.
Yes.
AKA Badland North Philly.
That's
See,
right.
a lot of y'all don't know that Joe is really from Badlands, North Philly, man. Y'all don't understand. Joe used to be down there, Puerto Rican parade, the whole nine.
Right.
He used to be down there, man.
Right.
I'll tell you the flyest shit ever happened to me in my life.
Tell me.
In my career. I was in Philly and I jumped out the car and went in the bodega. This is a true story. I went in the bodega. This is when Big Pun's still alive, Fat Joe. This is the Wonder Twins reactivate. By the time I came out that bodega, there was about 2,000-3,000 people outside that store in the middle of the hood of Philly.
Badlands.
I went right in the bodega. By the time I paid for the Diet Pepsi, came out, it was 2-3 on cars. It was like a party. Like, couldn't believe it out there. It felt so good. It felt so good. I was like, yo, we got super type of love out here. It was crazy. But, you know, shout out to Philly, my brother E. Philly, and everybody out there, man, that, you know, family. I used to be in the block. You seen they made the movie of the Black Cowboys and shit? We from that block. So I used to watch him play on the I knew Danny Garcia as a kid, as a baby, 8 years old, shit like that. I've been out there, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Trust me, I was in your first video or something.
Your first show, one of the first shows I ever did was at the Felton.
The Felton.
And he was the headliner.
Well, my first show I ever did in my life, shout out to Kobe Cole.
Shout out to Kobe.
Kobe brought me to Camden.
Yeah.
And the hotel was so nice. You know, we from the mud, the bottom. The hotel was so nice. I refused to leave the whole weekend. He had to knock on the door like on Monday and be like, yo, it's a hotel.
You gotta leave, man.
You gotta leave. I'm like, yo, they got a real TV. They got real couch. Like, then it was like, yo, you gotta go. The deal's up. Flojo, I'm talking about Flojo. My first show was in Camden, and Kobe Cole took me there. And he was like, yo, it's an ill story. Every time I see him, he tells me the story. We start laughing. He was like, yo, you ain't want to leave the hotel. Shit was up back in the Bronx, man.
Let me ask you a question, Joe. Like,
Hold on, because he spoke on the Bronx.
oh, yeah.
We
This Gil John, nigga. Here
We
you go.
always ask this question. Because every place I don't care if you're from Brooklyn, from Long Island, you from Harlem, you from, they all say Bronx is the dirtiest, grimiest part of New York.
I love to be the king of the Bronx. I'm the king of the dirtiest, the grimiest, the foul. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's who we are. But let me tell you something about the Bronx. We might be going too educational, but Bronx is home of diversity. Bronx is where Muslims and Jews get along. Bronx is where the Africans is coming right now, the Mexicans is coming right now. It's where the Puerto Ricans went to. It's where the Dominicans and the Jamaicans went to. The Bronx is what makes up the whole New York City.
Okay.
When you come in, you see all different cultures. They all land there first. That's Plymouth Rock.
Yeah.
They land there and then they spread out.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm proud about that. You know, we have such a different, diverse community in the Bronx. But the Bronx, yeah, man, it was worse. It was worse. What they saying now.
Yeah, it was
that
worse.
shit, listen, you can Google everybody. I tell y'all that all the time. Google the 80s and the 70s in the Bronx. It looked like Ukraine.
Yeah, the
Not
pictures.
lying to you, we did
The
not
buildings,
have
no
parks.
buildings.
We used to party on abandoned building. You know, the biggest gang wasn't the Bloods or Crips. It was the dogs, real dogs.
Yeah.
The stray dogs.
Yeah.
Them come around every morning 100 deep, chase you into the building like the stray dogs. You look out the window, be 100 dogs chased down the block. Like, I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah.
That was the biggest gang in the Bronx. Now the Bronx, wow, it was wild.
Now, one thing I want to ask you is like, Joe, you grew up serious. And did you ever think that you would make it to this day, still be living?
No way. You know, I went to a funeral last night. Rest in peace, my brother Percy. It's a shame. You know, I was really mad with him because, you know, we've been friends since kindergarten. You understand what I'm saying? So like 4 years old, you know, I got in trouble 4 years old, so they take me to the principal's office. So already a kid sitting there. He looked mad. I said that 4 years old. So when I sit down, he's like, we in trouble. I said, I never got in trouble before. It's the first time I ever got in trouble. He was like, yo, we in trouble. That's why we here. 4 years old. I said, yo, my name's Percy. I said, yo, I'm Fat Joey. I was always Fat Joey.
Yeah.
I'm Fat Joey, yeah, this, that. So we leave the principal's office. And the reason he was in there, it was these two twins, Puerto Rican dudes, David and Noel. The dude came out of nowhere, flying kicked him in the back, karate kick. So I went to the brother and I karate kicked him. And we started fighting. Me and Percy started fighting David and Noel. Them was terrible guys at that time, right? But we fought them. That's how we met. Last night I went to the funeral and I sat there and shout out to the whole New York City for coming out. But it was just, I was really upset. Like I couldn't believe at 55, you know, getting stabbed in a club. Like, I don't think it's supposed to happen like that. You know, you go to black funerals, somehow they trick you to it's a celebration. Oh, we celebrate. Everybody dancing and shit. It wasn't that. It's like everybody knew he didn't have to go out like that. And he was such a loved person. But, you know, for me to get here, you know, I'm sitting in there like a time machine. I'm looking at the lines because he had, you know, he had more love than I thought he had. Because I used to tell him, your purse, the streets don't love you like that. He'd be like, you crazy. Before it was, you know, I'm that. He used to call himself Diddy of Harlem. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm the one. He jump out, you know, make a movie. And so it shocked me, and thank God I was wrong because, you know, in my mind I was like, yo, you really did have love, Persh. You had thousands and thousands of people come out, and all the realest ones from New York came out, showed they love, like the real ones. You know, when you know the guys don't talk much, always got a fly whip, get money, stay out the way. Those guys, they all came. You know what I'm saying? They all came. paid their respect. So I was really proud of that, but I was just really. It's the first funeral I ever been to that I was really mad with somebody. I was looking at him. I was like, he looked beautiful, Louis Vuitton. He's flyest I ever seen him, but it was just like you know.
Lost
So to
my
answer
man
your
from a fight in
question,
the club.
hell no. Did Fat Joe think he'd be? I got scars all over my body. This was supposed to cut me in my face. You see my neck, my shit cut open from the my shit shot up, everything. I've been through so much shit. There is and it's crazy because now that we meet people, you at Barstool.
Right.
They look at you like, huh?
Right.
So when I get into these interviews, they start calling me Cap on social media. Let me tell you something, Wallo. It's unfortunately that most men, I don't want to disrespect you or anybody else. I'm not talking directly to you or anybody out there, but most men are cowards.
Yes.
They're not really tough. You went to jail, you see get the cheek smacked out of them and kept it walking.
Yeah.
I've seen this in life. Guys that we thought were the toughest guy get the smack cheek back of their neck and they just keep it moving. You're like, yo, I thought he was the shotter.
Right.
Yep.
Right? Well, I seen the shotters get the teeth smacked out their mouth and keep it moving depending on who smacked them.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by DraftKings. The Emirates NBA Cup is here. You can win big and on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sportsbook betting partner of the NBA. Will LA repeat? We'll find out soon. There's sure to be rim-rattling slams and no-look passes to bring the crowd to their feet. Get behind your favorite players and the prop bets you can make on DraftKings, the home of NBA props, the home of NBA player props. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook right now. Go to the app right now and make your pick. First time, here's something special for you. New DraftKings customers bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your bet wins. So you bet $5, your bet win, you get $150 in bonus bets instantly. What we talk about, score big on DraftKings Sportsbook. Every point counts. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code Gillie. You hear me? That's code Gillie for new customers. Get $150 in bonus bet if your bet wins. Just $5 on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Put it on. Wear it tightly. Right.
Because that smack come with 1,000. You might want to think about how you're going to, that's never been me. So when I get up here and I start talking gangster and all that, you know, a lame, a sucker might have never known what it was to stand up, to actually stand up and you know, confront any type of shit they throw at you. Be a stand-up guy. Right. So they said, oh, it got to be Cap. This guy's capping. He's lying.
Joe, but you got to understand this, Joe. These dudes don't know that you used to run around this industry and what you used to do. They wasn't around to know. So they don't, a lot of people.
Well, I can tell you something else, Wallo.
A lot of people don't know.
I actually took it light on this industry.
No, but you did.
No, but I took it light.
You still had a heavy hand.
Of course, but light hand. The things I was doing before the industry was atrocious.
Right. But they don't know.
Well,
because this
is
the one reason why I always grew to understand, because any that come from Philadelphia, come from out of Philadelphia, and he come in Philadelphia, and he hanging in the hood, and eventually Philadelphia don't kill him, he gotta be solid.
You know that's a dark place.
You're not coming down here. You're not coming down here from no other city doing nothing, nigga.
And you in North Philly.
We're gonna kill you, take your watch, take your chain, take your drugs, take whatever you got going on, and your peoples from New York gonna be wondering what the fuck happened to you.
You know what I would do with Philly? I get away from New York, right? And go have fun. Yeah. Like I would go hour and a half drive. It's a whole nother world. I'm chilling. We eating good. We chilling in the corner. We sitting on the stoop. We not in the fancy.
Nope.
No disrespect. I never seen the fancy part of Philly.
Ain't no
I never seen the fancy part. Everywhere you at, you in the
you in the hood.
You in the paint. Like you in the paint. You're on the stoop. Getting the guy next to you is getting his braids done. Like it's nowhere. My cousins, they all smack dead. It's just I've never seen like I guess Cherry Hill is what they
That's
consider.
Jersey.
That's Jersey.
I tell
That's not
motherfuckers
even
all the
Philly.
time. They say,
That's
where
Jersey.
you and Wallo live? We say Jersey. They say, y'all don't live in Philly? No
Hell
suburbs
no.
in Philly, nigga.
We gotta
That's
go
all
to Cherry
trenches.
Hill.
But not just that. I brought
Shout out to Allen Iverson.
Yes, sir.
We got to talk. If
We
going
gonna talk about.
Philly,
We gonna talk about that.
We talking me.
But
and
I brought
AI.
a friend of mine came from California. Go get him. I said, drive me. When he was at the drum today, he said, Wallo, why is the houses touching? They stuck together. Like, why is the houses stuck together? Why are they like? You mean to tell me somebody? I'm like, that's the whole house. So we went to where it was a lot at, and I said, no, that's a whole house. He's like, this a whole house, and it's connected to that. Like, do they connect? I said, no, these two different
That
houses.
should be confusing because they like, so y'all don't got no backyards? No.
We got alleys.
Like, y'all ain't got no
We
porches?
got a bunch of chicks with red hair looking like Charlie Baltimore. Yo, listen, man. Let me tell you something. Philly, the reason why I used to go to Philly is because I felt like it was like the old New York. So like New York started getting fancy. I felt like Philly felt like the Bronx in the 80s and all that. I'm telling you, right? So it just felt so raw. Another thing, they inspired me a lot, rapping. A lot. I would be on the corner, moms would come out and start spitting. Everybody spitting.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I got nothing to do with it, but when Meek Mill and Drake was going, I almost thought Meek Mill was gonna take this because everybody spit in Philly.
Right.
He know the assignment.
Right.
You go to Philly on the corner, they bring the grandmother out. She be like, "Look, bars, nigga, this, that." And you like, "Oh my God, everybody going."
Right.
So when that happened, I was like, "Oh, this guy, he might could take him because you know this. You remember, you know, I'm into like Gladiator 2, Roman movies. It'll teach you a lot about life. Trust me, right? So I learned from movies. Everybody swore is sharp in Philly. Everybody got bars. They spitting for dear life with flows and bars. So I used to go down there too, stand on the corner, rap, hear dudes rapping, and it would inspire me to get better. You know, Philly was like a college for me, man. It was crazy, man.
How do it feel now, right? You know, as you look at it, like, because you went through a moment when Pun died, family member died, you went through a deep depression.
Ooh.
And when you was in that, like, what helped you get out of, like, for a year long?
Well, I don't do it no more, right? So, unfortunately, people gravitate to a dark spot. And so what I learned is I went through the real depression. I know we all know some of that, but I went through the sleeping in the bathtub, no water, like bad. If my wife came out and she smelled good, I get mad. If it was sunny, it was dark. My crew was switching up on me, you know, because I'm a leader. You know, last night, I go to the funeral. The funeral's going to be over at 7. I get up and 100 get up at the same time and walk with me to the casket. Like, you know, if you don't know them and you looking, you like, yo, these different, right? How do you do that when you're under depression? How do you lead? How do you know, so everything was falling apart. And it was like, you know, people were talking and this, that, you know. And so I had to go through that at a time where I was the leader, you know. And I'm telling you, I wasn't fit to be the leader at the time. And trust me, they tested me to see if they could take over the position. So then I had to go crazy. You go crazy. Look, a crazy dude. But the point is, I learned from going to therapy, and I snapped out of it. 2 years later, we was doing the Big Pun graffiti wall. And two dudes, man, how old these guys? I hear how you be talking. Man, if I could find these guys, I would bless them. I'll give them a duffel bag of money. Right. They walking by, one dude tells the other dude, yo, what they doing? He's like, they doing the Big Pun Boy. He said, the Big Pun Boy? He said, yeah, every year they do it. He said, every year? How long it's been? And one guy said, 2 years. I swear to God, the shit said 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years, 2 years. It wouldn't stop going 2 years, 2 years. And at that moment right there is when I realized, yo, Joe, you got to start feeling guilty. You got to stop, you know, being down on you. Like, I snapped. It was like night and day. It was like unbelievable. I just snapped out the shit. And I was like, yo, Joe, it's been 2 years. You couldn't do nothing. You didn't know. I wasn't educated enough. If it was now, we would have got. My son a little heavy. I called him up yesterday and was like, yo, I'm taking you to the doctor. We getting you some medicine or something because you got to, you 30. Pum was 28 and died, 27. So, that's the things we learn.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? And so with Pun, we thought he was invincible. He would live forever. You know what I'm saying? We didn't know it was going to end up like that. But I got out of the depression. So now when things try to pull me to the depression, I go towards the light. So some people, they like to dwell in and wake up every day. Oh, man, this is fucked up. Yo, this. That's the depression. Me, thus far, thank God, I ain't let it do that to me. Like every time, and dying. Rest in peace, Chubby Baby.
Rest in peace, Chubby Baby.
Every day dying. There's a lot to be depressed about. It's changing the world. My album is called The World Changed on Me.
It did.
I feel like the last with a bodega on the block and they gentrifying the neighborhood, getting weird out here. The world getting weird.
Yes.
And all I know to do is be normal and hang out with the guys I know are normal. That's the only way to not get caught up in all this crazy shit that's this is weird. Everything that's going on, we don't know about that. You know what I'm saying? But how they thinking? You know what I'm saying? A man could be raping a woman, they'll rather film the shit and go world star than beat the dude up and jump in.
Yeah.
Literally, it happens.
Yeah, this is real.
Every day. So it's the frame of mind of our youth and how they moving and how all this shit is weird that, I just try to stay normal. That's why I say the world changed on me. So now when I see all this shit and it be depressing, I can't elaborate on that.
You gotta
I gotta
focus
move
on.
towards the light because if you go this way, you fuck. You know what that is? That's the treadmill.
You gotta focus on you. It's like
And it's one thing they trying to kill you in Philly and you move to Brooklyn. They trying to kill you in Compton. Listen, guys, they could be trying to kill you in Compton, in Chicago now. You can move to Memphis and they don't know you to start a new life. They won't be shooting at you every day. You just got to start a new life.
somewhere else, Milwaukee.
Right? When it's in your mind, you can't build a wall high enough.
No,
This shit is here.
it's over.
And your mind is so sophisticated. It's like the greatest Rubik Cube ever created. Like, you smart. You wouldn't be here if you wasn't smart. I'm smart. I wouldn't be here if I wasn't here. And I kept telling myself, you smart, nigga. Get out of this. You smart.
Go.
You know how to get out of this.
Go.
Figure it out. Figure it out. Figure it out every
Did
day.
you ever have to go talk to somebody?
Yeah, I was talking to somebody every week, a woman.
Okay.
And she really helped me. She helped me now. That was the most best. Remember I told you the worst money I spent in the game? That was the best money I spent because 20 years later, like, bro, I'm human. So when shit come up that's depressing, I use that method and I walk towards the light and I don't let it consume me like that because it'll beat you up and then that's not what we want.
I want you to explain to the young people, right? Because there's a lot of youngins out here, right? And they beefing and they going through shit. And a lot of times it don't be that serious. But in the game, you was beefing with people. I was beefing with people. But now we older. Some of them people we cool with now.
I'm cool with all of them.
Right. So
I get money with Jay-Z. I get money with 50. I get money
All
with
of
everybody.
That-
All of them.
That's what I'm saying. So I want you to explain to the youth how important growth is and how important understanding that you may have an issue with somebody today, but you might be getting money with them in the future.
'Cause
so
19
it's not that serious.
And 25
today.
is two different mindsets.
19 and 40 is a different.
Different mindset.
Absolutely.
30, but that's what we try to do. We try to lead from example.
Right.
You see, I don't want your OG to be missing his teeth. I don't want him looking bummy. When you see Fat Joe, OG always looking good. It's not bragging in front of you. It's just letting you know that this is attainable.
Right.
You can make it. This man came out of jail, he made it. You was rapping a long time. You made it in a whole nother lane. But that's because you have to remain positive and keep working and trying different things till God says, all right, this is for you.
Absolutely.
And so with the youth, they gotta understand, especially if you rapping. Are we talking about rappers
I'm
or
just
just
talking about
street?
in general.
Man, I got an uncle, right? My uncle is one of the leaders of a crew out here. Never said this before, but he was one of the inventors of a gang called the Rat Hunters. They hunt rats in jail. Probably the most notorious crew in New York City. If my uncle wasn't the first, he was the second. He went to jail for 2 murders he ain't do and never told, and was tearing up the jails like tearing it up like shit we not proud of, right? Come out of there and be like, yo, you Jabu's nephew? I'm like, yeah. They like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
These the animals telling me this fucking Tyrannosaurus in jail.
Yeah.
Right? Rest in peace. Jabu, he also died, and only people there was the family. It wasn't all that crowded. You understand? For him being the leader of a legendary gang,
yeah.
right? But that's who we from. That's who I'm from, right? And the thing is, you gotta understand that this gang life, you know, they approached me for a gang. They approached me and they said, yo, we want you to be in the gang.
The $1 million worth of game is brought to you by New Amsterdam Vodka. Now let me tell you something about New Amsterdam Vodka. Life ain't going your way. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. You caught your woman cheating today. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. You thought that check was coming, but it didn't come your way. Shout out to New Amsterdam Vodka. It's distilled 5 times, filtered 3 times. For a clean, crisp finish. Now you can drink it straight up. You can drink it on the rocks. You can blend it with juice, soda, or you could just make a classic New Amsterdam Mule. That's up to you. But when you out and about at that local liquor store, make sure you scoop that New Amsterdam Vodka up. Run it to the register like a fumble on a goal line, and you ran it back 99 yards. Boop, get it home, put it on the ice, cocktails, however you like to drink it. New Amsterdam Vodka. There's no other vodka for you. Try it today. New Amsterdam. Right.
I'm popping. I got Big Pun with me. It was the biggest gang in New York City. And they said, we want you to be in the gang. You know, the kids look up to you, this and this and that. And I said, well, who owns a business in the gang? And they told me, well, nobody owns a business. I said, well, who's a school teacher or principal in the gang? They said, well, we ain't got none of that. So what is the biggest proclamation? What is the biggest I could do in the gang? That's easy. We got such and such. He's doing 2 life sentences. No human can touch him. He's that real. They can't even touch him no more. Well, what's the second prize? That's easy. That's such and such. 24-hour lockdown. This, that. He's the illest ever made. They made mittens for him. This. I said, well, you telling me I'm getting all this money out here? Big Pun went double platinum first time, and you want me to join that shit?
Yeah.
You tripping.
You got me all the way. He laughed like y'all laughed.
right.
He just laughed because he knew I was like,
Hey, you tripping.
I said, brother, I'm the wrong one to recruit. Right? And if we keeping it a buck, because we got a lot of strong brothers that we know that's in the gang and was born in that and living in that, that does a lot to the kids trying to kill themselves. You know what I'm saying? Going at each other for like that. All I say is what my uncle, the reason I tell you the story, my uncle Jabu did 28 years. He came out, and the first jewel he gave me, the whole family was like, that Jabu's out, Jabu's out. I'll go pick him up, I'll put him in the car. He says, I said, what's the best advice you could give me? He said, nephew, because he used to talk like this, nephew, never be impulsive. He said, everybody who's in jail was impulsive. Something happened and they just jumped and they did some shit. Now they in jail 20, 30 years. When we young, we very impulsive. Sometimes now, Fat Joe, the old Fat Joe, get upset at some shit, and I fall back for about a day. I let it marinate. Then I start looking at shit different the second day, the third day. You be like, yo, that really ain't about nothing. The normal Fat Joe would have called a nigga up or ran down or whatever the case may be. But now, I just try to give it some time. That's the best advice you can give somebody, because kid he think he got disrespected. You know, nope. Look, old, young, they don't know how to take an ass. They just don't. So if it's an old dude that we consider a legend, he this and this, and you hearing he got his ass whipped, he jumping out with the bazooka. The kids, worse.
Yeah.
You better not threaten them. They gonna shoot you till your shirt catch on fire.
Well, the point is, guys like, rest in peace, my brother Percy, who died, there's an element of fear to them that, unfortunately, the scared the people. When I got shot by a coward. The dude owed me $10. I had $30,000 in my pocket. I kept with him. Yo, where my money? Yo. One day he comes, demented, he got the hammer, he letting it go. Because he think I'm going to kill him over $10, which I'm not. But if you got that type of fear, they trying to kill you. Also, my Diesel brothers, the bigger you think you are, niggas stabbing you 10,000 times.
Well,
they are not fighting you.
Yeah, they're going to shoot you till all your muscles
Bro, they are not fighting.
They're gonna inflate you.
They're going to deflate you quick.
Right.
So you got to really think about all that, you know. And also, if you're doing good, you're doing good to get out of a bad situation, not put you in the worst situation. Right. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So when my era of rappers, they was coming in nice guys, and then they started recruiting the bad guys, thinking they tough, and up they shit.
They bag.
Worse.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that was let me get that soda Diddy. How many times you seen guys that were nice guys turn tough after they got the money?
A lot of
I'm
them.
doing the deal. You don't know what I did right now. I'm doing probably the biggest deal of my life right now, thank God. And I talked tough to Rich Player. He's in the car. I was like, yo, this, that. He was like, I said, I'll get my money up. I gotta act tough now. I'm getting my money up. He started laughing. Cause yo, didn't I say it? I said, yo, you know what? I seen so many rap dudes, if we talk about rap dudes, that once they got money, they was totally different.
They became
tough,
shooters and shit.
Gang members, this. And then the problem is, the Badlands know they really ain't about that life.
Yeah.
The Bronx, Brooklyn, they know, oh,
Compton,
these guys were doormen.
Yeah.
These guys was giving flyers out.
Because the first thing that's going to happen is, right, when a motherfucker hit your hood and they fuck with your raps and you putting up a certain persona, they going to ask some niggas that's from your city. Yo, what's up? Says, oh, nah, that rapper, man. That nigga ain't never
big
did
time.
nothing. They going to tell the truth.
Yeah.
One thing's for sure, two things for certain. The streets of New York sanction this guy. They say, oh no, he was like, you hear other rappers say, man, when I met Joe, he was getting money already. So you ain't gotta say it because the streets gonna say it for you. When you call it, they say, oh no, he was everything
But
he
how?
say he is.
But with all that, you hosted Wendy Williams show. You hosted Drew Barrymore's show.
Right. 3-time
consistent BET Hip Hop Award host. Yeah. And then now you got your own show on Stars. Like, now think about this.
Right.
We sit back, Joe, you sat back all year watching shows and watching interviews like Dateline, all that. Did you ever think that would become you?
No, and we talk about this Joey Crack.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. You was always Gillie, you was always Wallo, I was always Fat Joe. So if we were chilling in the studio, Gillie knew who I was when we off screen.
Yeah.
Yo, this can tell a story. This Fat Joe, he got the story. Like, you know, Kanye West used to call me and sit down like Russell Simmons and shit, yoga, and be like, yo, tell me a story. How did Diamond D do this and this and that?
Yeah. Diamond D
Pharrell, I'll be like, yo, Joe, come in the studio, tell me a story. I need to hear the stories. knew I had the stories. They knew I had that type of talk, but it wasn't cool for us to be like that at the time. Once they started the podcast and open up, you could be who you is.
Yeah.
That's how you shine.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if we wasn't doing podcasts, you'd have had to be like, or doing whatever you're doing. You know, I always say, bro, I was with Biggie Smalls all the time. Never got one pick.
Yeah.
You was like a sucker to ask somebody for a pick. That's a travesty.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm coming up in the elevator doing a selfie.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's a different time.
Yeah.
Right.
And so it was like, you know, but I always knew I had that. And I always knew, let me tell you something. I was always blessed by God in a different type of way. From the streets, believe it or not, you hear Fat Joe was crazy, but I was the guy you could talk to. These other guys, the bad guys. I was still, no matter how wild I was, he was the guy you talk to squash some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's got a brain.
Right.
Like, yeah, you know, you can some dudes ain't got a brain. They only know one thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Joe was the one you could talk to, like, yo, let me holler at you. This is, it's a bad one. These guys, you know, but I squashed more beefs than I did.
Yeah.
Right? So I always was like a politician, a diplomat of the streets, a streets emissary. They call him an emissary. Calm. It could be you two trying to kill each other. They'd be like, the only guy who can squash this, and he's from the other side of the town. It's the only guy that ain't gonna start shooting if he's in the middle of the shit. I did that for years and years and years and years. And so that's what you see on the interviews and podcasts. And you gotta have, see, you guys, right? The way I look at us now with TV shows and podcasts and stuff like that, we deserve this shit because we live this shit. What gets me mad is we was always judged, 5 mics, all that shit. From who they didn't even look hip hop. They didn't live. Wasn't at the Fever and got their head bust open by a 40 ounce. They wasn't at the promoter. The promoter don't want to. They did not show up to the Felton. It was 2000, and the nigga was telling me he ain't got my money.
Right.
Yo, my man, we need this in quarters. I done made paying quarters. I done opened the Pepsi machine.
Yeah.
I need my money.
Took the quarters.
Yeah.
The quarters.
I need that.
I need all mine.
Nigga, I had a show one time. It was in Tampa. It was us, Mobb Deep, bunch of street, everybody you can name at they prime. Came down there, shit was sold out, lines all around, fans on top of the cars. Promoter talking about he ain't got no money. Everybody got a sad face. You know, Prodigy's over here, all of them. Walking to the over, yo, my man, what's up? Yo, you know that, bro. You paying me my money.
I need my paper.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by BODYARMOR SportWater, the alkaline water that provides real hydration, real electrolytes for real taste. Everybody's always drinking in the office around me, you know, at the studio, everybody. You know, this one thing, this is a studio favorite right here. You got to stay hydrated. The sports drink, the zero sugar, and even the Flash IV. After a long weekend, we can't get enough of Body Armor. The sports water, in my opinion, is the best water on the market. I've been telling y'all that for a minute. Make sure you go get yours at Walmart or a local grocery store. And don't forget, when you're out and about, matter of fact, I ain't going to lie, I'm a little thirsty right now. Let me crack this puppy. When you're out and about, make sure you get you some Body Armor Sports Water. Why would you get any other water when you can get Body Armor? Right.
Is that your wedding ring, sir? Yeah. Come up off it. You know, this we start seeing if it's brass or gold, the door tell. We taking the coffee machine. You paying me. They learned something. Mobb Deep and all of them, they say, yo, these is great. They gonna get it. Like, you not selling some shit out, not paying me my second half.
Yeah, that don't make sense.
I'm not going for that. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay me. If I'm providing a service, You got to pay me. Another thing in this game is the value. You know, we lose this is the only game, hip hop, that I don't know his business. I'm a fan of him and I love him to death, but let's say the baby. The baby was on Jets, headline and everything. He got canceled. I know they played with his money. That shit they was giving him went like this. Fat Joe, I'm doing shows for 20 years. The least you could pay Fat Joe $50,000. I don't give a fuck where. For 20 years. I go through my tax, same looking at me, Joe, how many times you think they want to hear lean back? We got 12 grand for you. I'm like, what? In Yugoslavia. Like, you what? In China. Like, and so I never made no excuses. Wallo, I had to get back on that bike. I'm doing shows in Africa. I am terrified to fly.
You terrified
I'm
to
doing
fly.
a show in Africa the next day in China, 13, 16 hours over there for 12,000.
Like, I'm gonna pay these taxes.
I got to get out of this. This is bad. See, I don't want the government on me like that, but you talk about depression, they take all your money, then they send you a letter, okay? So when you owe the IRS, they send you this green and white letter, right? For some reason, they send you 40 of them a day. When you open this shit, 40 of them come out. They got paper. They have paper. They know how to make a copy of the same shit every day. You open the mailbox, 40 letters come out. You owe. Shit to make you jump off the roof. How do you think you coming back from some shit like that? It's impossible. You owe this, that. Come in your house, start looking at your shit like you a crackhead. Yo, this painting, Ramel Brittle, goes for 25. Sanford and Son. Oh, this fur, your wife, chinchilla. About 18. Niggas walking through your shit, through everything you think you own, violating you. They violating you. You got scammers calling your phone. If you got a house phone every day, you owe, but we can get you out of this. Yo, but you can pay me and I'll get you out of this. This is insanity for you to get out. So I'm in Yugoslavia, Africa, everywhere you could think of, just trying to get the fuck up off this bubble.
Yeah.
I fired a nigga one time, right? I'm sitting, I'm scared to fly, terrified. Even to this day, I don't give a fuck if you put me on Callus plane, I'm scared, right? The rug is orange, the ceiling's purple, the seats look like Indian, and they talking you never heard in your life. I was looking at different languages, hitting that turbulence, and I'm looking out the window. What? Yo, listen.
You see it when he looked out the window?
No, I'm looking out the window. That Obama look out. You know when Obama be looking out the window? I'm looking out the window. I'm like, so the dude next to me, he managed me at the time, who turned out to be a crook. But he said, yo, what's wrong, Joe? I said, I gotta get out this hole. I gotta get out this taxes. I don't even feel like a human being. He said, oh, you never getting out of that. I knew he wasn't for me right there.
What?
He said, nah, you ain't never getting out of that. He told me that.
What type
You
of
never,
team players you?
you never getting out of that. That's gonna be for life. I looked at him, I knew that second. I said, oh, this guy ain't for me.
I'm getting him out of
Because
here.
he don't believe in me, what I'm doing. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so these type of people, so I, got rid of him. He was stealing anyway. But no excuses, man. I had to do what I had to do, and thank God. How do you come up with all the way up when you all the way down? Now, let me tell you what this shit was going on. I'm coming to Cool and Dre studio every day. I built, I discovered Cool and Dre.
Yes.
I'm grandfathered in. When I come through, the studio's mine, no problem. So I'm trying to go to the studio. These young looking at me like, what the fuck this old head doing in the studio? Because before me, nobody 40-something years old put one out the park.
Yeah.
It just never happened. All our legends did it when they was young. They didn't do it
Do
as
it, yeah.
old. So I'm looking for the joint, right? Like, I'm like, I got to make this joint to get me up out of this shit, right? These looking at me so crazy. Like, you could just feel like, yo, this wasting this time. So I'm sitting in the chair every night. I'm working. One night I come up in there.
Watch this.
One night I come up in there with yellow and purple hair. He like, yo, OG, listen to my music, right? Now, I'm not hating on the youth. I always support the youth. It's the worst shit I ever heard in my life, right? I go to Cool and Dre. I say, yo, they be like, what's up, God? I said, one of us got to go. The guy with the purple and the yellow hair, on me. I'm not going to hold you. We can't do this. My energy, I'm trying to win. I can't hear the with the purple and yellow hair talking some. This hip hop. We come from Rakim, Nas.
All that shit, yeah.
We come from the Chub Rock.
Brand new.
Niggas spitting. Schoolie D.
Ultra
You know,
magnetic.
yo, what are we doing here?
Right.
This over here playing me some vomit on wax. Nigga. Like, he's fucking up my shit.
Right.
I'm so bad. I'm so down. I'm trying to hallucinate them up.
Right.
It's fuck. Yo, one of us gotta go.
Right.
Niggas looked at me. Yo, they fell on the floor dying laughing. They was like, yo, crack. I said, we gotta go. Him or me.
Right.
I can't have it. Of course, they let him go. They was like, nah, crack. But they was like, crack, man, what's wrong? I said, nah. And then that was when the game was really changing to where a lot of whack shit was going through. And so, you know, and I'm not down in the youth. I always say I support the youth. But we took a lot of pride when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? And making the music. And, you know, I seen a bunch of little guys, they just won with some quick shit. And then I'm not mad at them. They're not sticking nobody's mother up. They feeding their crew and their family. But I'm into quality, you know what I'm saying? And not quantity, and putting the shit back in the music, you know, from where we come from. You know, you ask me serious questions like the whole game, man. You see how, you know, Martin Luther King got dogs put on him, got killed, got put in jail, got so much so we could vote. And now you got, I don't want to vote, I don't want to this. Like, you know, I think we need a history 101 so the youth could know it wasn't always this sweet. Paid their dues, they gave their lives.
But see, one thing about us, what's a lot different from our generation to the younger generation is, like you just sat here and you said, I did it because of this and because of this person and because of this person. These young be like, man, fuck them old heads, man. And it's crazy.
Yeah, but they don't say fuck you.
No, but
you know why?
Yeah.
You know why? Because you're men of respect. And so when they see Joe Crack, they're like, yo, they see me, they be like, damn, OG, like,
But what I'm talking
like
about,
you.
what I'm talking about is just how we just had respect for
oh no,
the
we
people
had
that
respect.
come,
They don't got that.
That come
what
before
they
us.
respect is the bag.
Right. They respect.
As long as you respect the bag,
see,
that's how they get down.
Right. See, I can see any old legend right now.
And
no matter if he up, he down, how we looking, if he iced up, if he look regular, it's a respect thing. OG, I appreciate. The youngins only respect you if you an OG that still look like you do. If you remotely ain't man, they cracking man.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazy.
OG a legend, dog.
I'm gonna
He
tell you
opened
what's
the
crazier.
gates for us.
I'm gonna tell you what's crazier. It's like, not even with just hip hop, just in the world. It's like people say the wildest shit just to get attention.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Duke Cannon. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the varieties. Look, let me just show you the varieties first. Oh, man. What are we talking about? Maybe you've seen Duke Cannon products in Target, Walmart, or your local hardware store. If not, let me introduce you. Duke Cannon makes a variety of men's grooming goods. Big-ass bricks of soap, thick body wash, beard care stuff, colognes, and hair wash. They also donate money to veterans causes each year through the Duke Cannon's Veteran Fund. Simply put, they give a damn. and their products work hard and smell terrific. Most of the year, I'm a sawtooth thick body wash guy. Then in the fall, I like the Buffalo Trace soaps. But during the holiday season, which is pretty much here, I put the big ass lump of cold soap on my wish list as a holiday classic, like Die Hard. Shop now at DukeCannon.com, Amazon, and Target or Walmart. They're everywhere like broken glass. Go forth and save 20% on soap bundles and gift sets, the products, the packaging. You won't find better gifts for men on your list this year. 20% off right now. What are we talking about? Duke Cannon. Get it right.
I know.
Right? But just saying, sometimes, not sometimes, all the time. If it's water there, they'll say, yo, that soda look good. They just saying wow just to be like relevant, you know, and it's misinformation to anybody who's taking that for real. If a young kid is saying, I seen some shit the other day, they kept just asking people, how do you get your news? Be like, I get my news on TikTok, I get my news on this, that, I get my this, that. I look at them, that's how I know this. That shit is crazy. And they living on that.
Because, and what's so crazy is that they could just put anything out there and it's real.
That's
because
crazy.
They could put anything out there,
Bro,
and all it takes for 10
right
publications to repost it and it's real.
No, right now, it's the scariest time. You know, we so blessed, man. You know why? Because this is the scariest time as a celebrity ever. Ever. I'm not just talking about violence. I'm talking about
Slander.
what?
You could be slandered.
They make a rumor about you, run with it so bad that it's true.
And then don't clean it up when they find out. They don't correct. They don't put the same energy in correcting it.
They don't clean it up.
They don't.
But then when they find out it's not true, nobody posts it. Yes. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy.
And then the craziest is, let me tell you some other shit is that I noticed, this is really crazy, is that, you know, just like you said, respect, whatever. All right, what is there to respect about Gillie? What is there to respect about Wallo? Well, these guys went through a tough life. They hear positive. They taking care of their family. They feeding you jewels so you can learn that you don't go through the mistakes they go through. They come from where we come from. We seen their struggles. And they here and they winning, and we should celebrate that. That's a normal mentality.
Yes.
That's how we were brought up to be, to respect that. Now I see like a backlash of successful people and celebrities.
Yeah.
Can I
Like
say
if
this?
you look online, they're like,
I'ma say this.
yo, why are we listening to the celebrity? This guy, yo,
I'ma say this.
why are you mad?
Nah, Joe. We come from this place, Joe. And it's the realest shit ever. Where we come from, the ghetto, success your success has reminded me that I ain't do nothing with my life and I abandoned my dreams. So now it's like everybody that cheered for you to come up, once you come up, it's like, I ain't never go nowhere, and everybody is entitled. Joe ain't do shit for me. Joe don't know you, dog. He ain't do nothing for me. They ain't doing nothing for this. They ain't doing nothing for, bro. You got to be able to look in the mirror today, and what we lacking accountability, because we living in a place now where as though everybody want to be rewarded for half-ass effort. They want to be rewarded for effort. They don't want to be rewarded for finishing, and everybody looking like it's your fault, your fault, your fault. It ain't nobody's fault that you're not in the position that you in. You got to look in the mirror in the morning and say, did I do everything that I needed to do to get where I need? Because as a man, Joe, I know every day that I get up, my brother that got killed, little Steve, his sons, his daughter's son, his son, daughters, and everything, my grandma, my mom, my people. I know I got to take care of all of them every day that I get up. I got to do everything. If I'm willing to die every day to make sure that that's my responsibility. I can't put that on another man. I can't put that on cuz. I can't put that on, and that's how I get up every day. As a man in this world, you got to get up every day and be willing to die to take care of the people that's looking at me, because I can't give my niece no excuses. I can't give my mom no excuses. You know what I mean? I can't get a woman in my life no excuses.
I'm also not ashamed of being successful.
I can't be.
I can't be.
For what?
And I'm so sorry if there's a new thing that you want people to feel bad because they're living how they work to live. And so my thing is, you're absolutely correct. And so what we got, especially in the black and brown,
Yes.
we got lack of accountability. We got people who are mad at themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they reaching a certain age and they're like, yo, yeah, I fucked 1,000 women. Yeah, I did this and this. But look at me. I'm 50 years old, 55. I ain't got shit to show for it. Now they start getting mad at you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, yo, this here, this and this and that. But let me tell you what I do. And I'm going to do something that I never do, right? I feed 10,000 families every Thanksgiving. I don't just feed them. I give them turkeys this big, rice, beans, candy yam, mac and cheese, soup, produce. I park 3 18-wheelers in front of my stores. In my stores, in the hood, smack dead in the hood, I got single parent women who bought their first home running the joint. We don't talk this shit. We live this shit. I go to Hollywood. I preach that black and brown. I got us, LeBron, executive producer, Maverick. I got a series sold. Kenya Barris, Toreros, the Dominicans. I'm not these guys.
Yes.
It's sad, right? Because I'm not these guys. I'm not talking this shit, not living there. I'm going in Hollywood talking about, yo, this black and brown. That's what we doing. Guess what? All my shit positive too. It's a problem. People want that.
No, but this is a problem.
No. People want that negativity.
This is the problem, Joe.
Niggas want that.
If it's the flip side, though, Joe, if you in the pen right now, they love you. If you in the pen calling shots from the joint on the phone, they post their pictures up, they love you. Why would you get all this love if they posting up on the gram, I'm on there with the bang on the joint.
Man,
that's bro.
I could do something better for you.
And the
Look,
flip
hold
side
up,
of that
hold
is-
up. I could do one better for you because I've seen it. You ain't see it, but I saw it. I know there's one you didn't see that I saw. You either. You couldn't have. There's a reggaeton artist, Latin Spanish artist, who was considered Tupac Shakur. Took 500 years, 1,000,000 keys. You would go to Puerto Rico and they would have Jesus Christ's picture and would have his picture. His name is Tempo. He's like a KRS-One. The best from the back in the day. He went to jail. They literally, you would go to my cousin's house, they had Jesus and they had Tempo. Tempo won an appeal, a miracle of God. By the time that man took an airplane from the United States to Puerto Rico, where they had 1,000,000 people in the middle of the streets dancing, they already had the disc record shooting at him. He's old, he's this, he's fucking him. His mother will smack him with this before he reached Puerto Rico. Tupac Shakur is alive. His name is Tempo. Took 500 years, never told on nobody, stand up, in jail, throwing concerts. That ain't land. If Tupac Shakur comes today and says he was in Cuba, God bless Tupac. By the time he land here, there's disc record trilogies going at him.
That's deep.
That's deep.
That's deep, man.
You understand what I seen it with my own eyes. I went to Puerto Rico to jump up and down when he got there. Fat Joe went to Puerto Rico. Tempo! Like, I'm thinking this like, yo, wow!
They dissing him. Oh,
First, second. And the best, it's like the Eminem of Spanish. The nicest one went at him. Like, I was like, oh my God. And so that's how up it
That was
is.
the Tego Calderon.
No. Tego's a legend. No, I'm telling you,
He's
he was
a
a young
legend.
dude. But what I'm trying to tell you is I saw it
yeah, that's
in
different.
real life. We'll talk about it, but I really saw it.
You saw it.
There's Puerto Ricans and Spanish dudes that know this story. Oh, everybody know it. And I'm just telling you the truth. If Tupac came back, they go at him. And so it's unfortunate you know, that we living in these times, man, where we hate our own.
Yes.
You know, but you know, we try to show them that, you know, they could do it. Like, I'm telling you the truth. I don't just be fly to brag or whatever. I like getting fly, I like driving, but I always done it. Like, when I went to other artists' houses and they were beautiful or they were living great, I'll be like, wow, we could do this one day.
Yep.
We could get there. I never had a jealous lens.
Right.
This episode of $1 Million Worth of Game is brought to you by Aura Frames. Isn't it funny how people we love most are often the hardest to shop for? Luckily, there's one gift everyone on your list is sure to enjoy. That's Aura Digital Picture Frame. Named #1 by Wirecutter, Aura Frames makes it incredibly easy to share unlimited photos, videos directly from your phone to the frame. And when you give an Aura frame as a gift, you can personalize and preload it with thoughtful messages, photos using the Aura app, making it ideal present for long-distance loved ones. It's a gift so special, they'll use it every day. So just make sure you tap in with Aura frames because, you know, people, memories, pictures. It's, you know what I mean? People love to keep memories, you know what I mean? And these are big, especially for grandparents, parents, people that's not so tech savvy. So make sure the holiday season you get it up. Save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling carver mat frames by using promo code $1,000,000 at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code $1,000,000. The deal is exclusive to listeners, so get yours now in time for holidays. Terms and conditions apply.
I never had a jealous lens. Let me tell you something. I got a friend. We got a friend, but I ain't telling you. And he's doing a deal. And he's the last guy you ever in your life would have thought he's going to that elite level of money. Like to another elite level. Joe got money. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Dr. Dre. Jay-Z, a friend of ours. He was like, yo, I ain't sleeping 4 days. They offered me some shit. He was talking to himself, mumbling, laughing. I'm like, yo. I told him, you deserve that. You earned that. He looked at me. He said, man, you the only one talk to me like that. And there was no sense of jealousy for me.
Right.
Because I'm still climbing. You see, unfortunately, everybody that came before me been broke in my family. I can't leave it up to my family to be rich in the future. I got to do what I got to do while I'm on earth.
Right.
So then 100 years from now, they have a painting of me extra fat and got jelly on his shirt.
Right.
Yeah.
That is Joseph Carter Jr. He did it for us.
Right.
This the guy who put us in the game.
Yeah.
Right? I swear to God, that's what I'm going for.
Right.
Right? And so it's like coming from that, it happened to me, guys. I didn't feel 1 inch of jealousy. All I was happy and proud, and I was like, wow, yo, for real? Yo, wow. Yo, you deserve that shit, man. Just don't forget me, man. I want to ride with you on the boats and shit when you do all that. Because, you know, you give a nigga like us some money like that, we going to act up.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Nah, you got to.
Lamborghini,
No, you got
Maybach,
to. What?
63 Benz, 63
What?
Benz truck,
What?
Porsche,
Oh, you ain't
Denali
supposed to?
pickup truck.
Buy another one.
Yeah, I better.
I don't
treat
give a
myself. Treat myself.
Yeah, because you know what? Even our families got to understand, right? Our families got to understand, yo, I'm working for this shit.
Yeah, I work every day.
No. I'm working for this shit. Like Fat Joe working more than
let
the
me ask
young
you a
rappers
question.
and the skinny rappers.
Right.
He is working
Right.
for real. My bones hurt.
Right. But
Y'all
I'm
think I
working.
just say it.
But
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
working.
I see.
No. My bones hurt.
Yeah.
You know bones hurt?
Yeah.
I get in the bathtub because my shit be hurting.
Yeah.
So I sit up in there, you know how many shows I got up to go do, God bless, arenas, and my bones is hurting, and I'm like, where we at? Bozy Idaho tonight. Okay. Call my family, they show me the marble and shit where they living, or they in Miami with the view of the whole shit. I'm like, all right. is what I'm doing it for.
Right.
Right? You could be the richest guy in the world,
Yeah.
and all they got is La Quinta Inn.
Yeah.
You got to go in the best La Quinta
Be in that
room
bitch
they
sleeping
got.
with your clothes
yeah,
on.
like this.
You be
be
sleeping
in
with
the
your clothes
shower with
on
your
on top of the
boots on.
motherfucker.
I'm the king of the bed bugs, man. I done got hit by so many bed bugs.
Yeah, they love
Because I
you.
got to go make it happen. I got to make it
You
happen.
see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying to you is, we put in that work. You got to treat yourself.
Yes.
I don't understand guys who, shout out my publicist Diddy. Yeah, you know, I've been gassing him to get a nice watch. He came today. He said, yo, I bought myself something. I said, good for you, man. That shit fly right there. What's it for? If you being cheap, you ain't living a good life, you ain't eating a good meal, your kids ain't going to a good school, you this. What are you doing?
Right. Because the U-Haul truck ain't gonna pull up behind your motherfucking casket.
No, they tried it. They tried it.
They did.
The Egyptians and the Cleopatras, they died with they shit.
Yeah.
They threw the diamonds and all. Guess what they did? They dug the shit back up and took the gold and the diamonds.
Right. I would have did that shit.
The tomb of King
Y'all
Tut.
burying daddy
pull
with
off
his
the-
shit.
Yo, they
Oh,
pull
no, I'm
off the
coming back
diamonds
tonight.
and shit. Yo, we gotta go. Right? They did it. And so what I'm saying to you is you can't take that shit with you. You
Can't.
just can't. In time, one thing I do know is that we all have an expiration date. Some of us go fouler than others, worse than others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we do have an expiration. Everybody got one.
Let me ask you this question. While people could, you know, point their fingers at you, you know what, I'm at this point in life, I didn't. When you was down and out on them taxes, and you had to go to Africa and
Nobody.
here, nobody,
I was sitting on that couch by myself,
by yourself.
eating a pint of Haagen-Dazs. My man Rich the barber, he ain't had the money, but at least he sat there next to me. He was telling me, nah, you get it back. And I'll be up in there. The only guy who ever offered me something was Pitbull. He was the only who said, yo, Joe, come see me. So I came to see him, and he was like, yo, you need something? Please, I don't want to see you like that. My brother E. Philly from Philly.
Okay.
E. Philly came with a duffel bag of money. Not lying to you. He was like, please, bro, take the money. Please. I was like, yo, E, I'm good. Because even though I'm bad, I'm good. If I'm making $40,000 a month, that ain't really bad. Right? It's just bad for where
I used to be.
I used to be on private planes and shit like that.
yeah.
I like peeking at the baby.
And that's what motherfuckers don't understand. My broke now ain't y'all broke.
I was arguing with I said, yo, I'm still treating dinner for 20 dudes.
Right.
I'm still this. I'm not broke. I still got the newest Benz.
Right.
I just ain't got the Rolls Royce color.
I just had to take the color back.
Yeah, the color in his back.
But you said something important, and you got to educate these dudes.
Hold up. Pitbull, E. Philly, and then some Billies I knew. Lauren Ridinger and JR, my mentors. They put me under their wing. They tried to give me $1 million check. They chased me around their crib. I didn't take it. And then he said, I'm going to show you how to get money. I'm going to show you how to be a businessman. This never happens to you no more. I was with him every day for 5 years. He taught me so much business, and that's why we moving the way we moving now. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't know how to do it. He taught me that game. $1 million worth of game.
Right.
But how do you tell these? Because one thing about me, I ain't even going front, Joe. I never forget the first time I paid taxes, right?
They cry.
Listen, I called Gil. Hold up.
No, I'm telling this story.
No, hold on. No, I gotta tell it. I'm driving in my '63 Benz, right?
I paid my taxes
Listen,
today.
listen.
Continue.
Yes, continue. So
I paid my taxes today.
you're on point.
My goes this tight, okay?
That's how I
Okay,
be.
yeah.
So I'm
every year.
So I'm driving, right? I'm driving.
You know what I call my accountant when my phone rings?
You be mad.
Dr. Death.
Yeah, you be
He's
mad.
Dr. Death.
So
You
listen.
call him. If my phone rang right now, it was him and say Dr. Death.
So this what happened. Joe. I do all this time in jail. Come home, I'm doing my thing, celebrate. I'm working hard. So John called me, driving the 63 Benz. I'm driving downtown Philly. Ready to go to the. I'm ready to go to the Four Seasons, have my lunch, chill meet. The 63. He hit me. He's like, you all right? He said, where you at? He said, you park? I said, no, I'm ready to park now. I park up, right? I don't even peep the whole lineup. He texts me. He said, check your email. Your text, man. So I get the joint. I'm like this. And the email. I'm talking about my heart. It was like somebody was kicking me in my heart. Cause I don't know.
I think the only like playing taxes got to be like a Jay-Z.
Listen. No.
It don't bother him no matter what.
It don't bother.
Right?
Listen, let me just say, at that point, I was so hurt because I'm like, I didn't know nothing about tax. I didn't know. I got to give him this much money, John. I got to take all that out of my account. I really got to give him this. Is you serious? So I'm now become mad at John. I'm like, John, did you? I called Gil. I said, Gil.
He called me.
You ain't gonna believe this shit. These motherfuckers.
He gonna say it like this. He said, cuz, you mean to tell me, cuz, we just got a check.
You're a legit citizen.
For this? And
for no
before
reason?
we do anything,
we gotta
give him this?
For no reason?
I don't even know nobody named Sam.
For what reason? I'm like, what
no. Listen, they your partners.
Oh my God.
They
This
want
screamed out, I don't even know nobody named Sam.
So now, Joe, that day moving forward, I never looked at my number like the number. I looked at it like, if
you smarter than me, I still look at the number like
No,
that.
I can't.
Off, and then at the end of the year, I just go back.
No,
and
see,
pay.
we pay quarterly.
We
pay quarterly.
3 months. Because I'm like, cuz.
You don't want to see the real number,
I
right?
don't listen, cuz.
No,
we
fuck
not,
no.
We not
It's a hurt
even.
piece.
We not
I
even
got a
gonna
better
play
one
with
for
these
you.
people.
My accountant pays
Take
extra.
this shit every 3 months. Your account pay extra?
Extra.
Ours do too. I just got a check.
Yeah. He pays extra. He pays extra.
Ours do too.
Like right now, he saved me 200-something thousand just on some thing, and I'm like, well, why it ain't off the bill? We'll just pay. We have that towards next year. I'm like, yo, this guy likes to pay.
It's scary. It's hurtful.
Extra. Like, why we don't get it back? If we save this, why the money don't go back into your account? Yeah. Yo, they want to pay extra.
How did you get in the jam for these young artists out here?
No, that wasn't my fault.
Oh, somebody else.
I did everything.
Oh, they was playing games.
I did everything but everything, every crime, stuck people up. You know, in my house, my alarm is on 24 hours a day until my wife, my daughter, watch your mirrors, leave that alarm on because these police will come in 20 seconds. Open the door with the alarm on. For FedEx, in case the nigga kick the door down, them cops is coming in 30 seconds. I don't trust nobody.
I
Right?
don't trust nobody either.
Because I was a bad guy. And I did it all. You know, I'm like the guy, what was the movie, Catch Me If You Can?
Catch
I
Me
did
If You
every
Can.
crime where they could hire me. Right? So I don't trust nobody. Right? So I got robbed by an accountant. We sending him wire transfers every month to pay the taxes. He don't pay the taxes. I got robbed by 2 accountants for millions of dollars. Right? So this guy, when we catch him, the government catch him. It's crazy, right, Wallo? Because you pretty much said the same shit they told me. I went to buy a car. And my credit, I could have bought this whole building with my credit. Guy was like, yo, you sitting down? It says here you ain't pay your mortgages, you ain't pay your cars, you did it. And I'm like, what? Call accountant up. I'm like, yo, my man, it says, he was like, don't kill me, don't kill me. I said, I never threatened you, B. But I'm sending you money. I was more embarrassed than anything.
Yeah.
That's how I found out he wasn't paying my shit. I go get another accountant. I said, yo, look at my IRS. They said, yo, you ain't paid these people no taxes in 2 years. I said, no way, I got to think. So when my lawyer, who's the best lawyer, Jeffrey Lippman, goes to the feds and he's like, yo, look, we paid the wire transfer. They said, nah, Joe as the leader of his household is responsible for whoever he hires. That's when that shit get real.
Yeah.
A motherfucker said, we don't care if he innocent. There's a loophole called, he's responsible for who he hires.
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's how I went through that shit. Not only did I have to pay the tax back again,
You had to pay,
the money they stole.
you had to pay fees on top of that shit.
Man, I went in that courthouse in order to cop out. I paid all the money.
But whatever happened to him?
Nothing. I paid all the money back. Walking court, I'm thinking, you know, I paid all the money back. I did whatever I had to do. They give me a letter, and the letter is a penalty.
Oh,
It was another $1.3 million. Because I had paid the initial
but it's the
tax back
penalties for
again.
not paying in time.
Man, the lawyers cost so much money, the forensic accountants, the this.
Damn.
It's such a hole. Most people could never get out of that hole. It's a scary hole, right? So they give me that. My head is hurting. I'm like, yo, I walk in the courtroom. I'm thinking it's done. They give me a penalty. 1.3 million penalty. Don't even know how they came up with the number. So we go through that. They give me 4 months in jail. Not only I go to jail, now, how about this? You go to jail for 4 months. It's still 8 months. In the 8 months that you busting your ass trying to get your money up, you got to pay back the millions of dollars you just paid them. You got to pay 50% on that because they looked at it like you made profit. Are you guys listening to this shit?
Damn.
Yeah.
So you paid them all this money. To be clear, now you got to pay the 50% on that money. In 8 months, it ain't even a year. I'm in jail 4 months. In 8 months, I got to pay them the 50.
I never even knew you went to jail for that shit.
What?
I never knew you went to jail
That's
for
a whole
taxes.
nother chapter of money, $1 million worth of game. You don't like jail. He was in there way longer than me. He seen some shit.
Yeah.
My 4 months,
Feds.
and they put me in a scary building.
But no, it's hard. It's harder to go to prison when you snatch from success. You snatch from. He the head of the whole.
No, I had to go in there as Fat Joe.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, that had a bag of chips to his name.
I expected them trying to extort me and all. I thought I was gonna have to stab. They stabbed me,
Yeah, all
whatever,
that
because
shit.
I'm not getting extorted.
Yeah.
But thought somebody had the balls to try.
Yeah.
They didn't though, right? You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
So, and they put me in jail in Miami. I had 300 waiting for me in every jail in New York City. Every jail had 300 in the gate. Yo, crack coming, crack coming, crack coming, right? Last minute on a Sunday, they tell me, yo, you live in Miami, we're gonna put you in Miami. Now they put me in this building. It looks so scary. Like the gate. It's going to the sky, right? So I walk in there, 3 guys walk up to me. They're wearing suits, nice haircuts and shit. And they're like, Joseph Carter Jr., yeah, all right, come right this way. I'm thinking I got a new case. These niggas dressed too sharp. I'm the warden, this is the captain, this is the other
Deputy warden.
Yeah, we sitting here, we never had a guy like you in here. He says, we got murderers, we got drug kingpins, we got leaders of the guerrilla FARC army in Colombia, we got Coke Dotus, Shower Posse, they telling me the names. They like, we don't know why they sent you here. It's 4 months, you should be in a camp.
Yeah.
He was like, the warden was like, we don't know why they sent you here.
This
This is when fighting their cases.
Right.
MCC, nigga want to be, he know he just blew try. He can stab me on the elevator.
Right.
For no reason. Go out, the nigga kill Fat Joe, stab him on the, they put me in there with the lions, B. But you know me, the paper don't mat up the real reputation.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, listen, I'm humble, let me go. You know who called me? This is weird, but I gotta say it. I'm walking into jail at 8 o'clock, 7:59. Man never called me. Lil Wayne calls me. Yo, crack. I said, oh shit, Weezy. He was like, yo, I know you going in there right now. I said, yeah. He said, just be humble. I said, word, Wayne, that's what you say? He said, just be humble, you be all right. Just be humble. Don't go in there on that bull. I was like, all right, Wayne. I don't know who gave him my number. I don't know. He called me at the perfect time. He just gave me that call when I walked in there. And that's the line I used to them because they was trying to force me to go to PC.
Yeah.
I can't do PC. The Badlands don't want it.
Yeah.
Chicago don't want it.
No.
Compton don't want it. The Bronx don't want it. Yo, your man Joe Crack, that nigga. And it was in PC. They was making them sing songs in there. Like, you don't want that.
No.
I got to get killed in that bitch. Beat up something.
Something.
You don't want that. Am I lying, Wallo?
No,
you don't
no,
want
you want
that.
that.
So I'm telling them, I'm begging them, please. I'm humble. I'm going to be all right. Send me to the, I know how to move.
Yeah.
I'm a good guy. Yeah. And so they sent me up there, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, whatever happened, I can't tell you, Wallo, because you've been in there for so long, but let's just say, I'll tell you something. In my house, the night before I went to jail, my man Chef Mark, he cooked so much shit, everybody came by, right? Pistol Pete did over like 20-something years in jail. Shout out Pistol, he got the dog in the yard podcast. Yeah. So Pistol's the last one there. Yeah. Pistol's a dangerous guy, Gillie, like as they come. Guys like him, I'm not gonna lie, right? He look like he wanna cry. Yo, God, if I could do this shit for you, I'd do it, God. Word to mother, I don't want this for you. God. I'm like, so I asked him one question, right? I said, yo, Pistol, what's it gonna be like that? What's it gonna be like for me in jail? He said, you the Don out here, right? I said, yes, it's just like that when you go in there. Once you settle in,
you're gonna be cool.
You gonna be running it like you run it out here. He ain't lying. I had a chef, I had cleaning my room. And you know, I'm doing all the type of fuckery. I used to have this guy, he used to clean my room. And I tell him, I go like this. He says, I said, how much the most they pay you to clean their room? He said, $5. I said, I'm gonna give you $100 a month. But when I come in here and I go, I better not have dust on my finger. Like my suit better be so iron. I better have so much permanent crease, nigga. That nigga, I had a barber, right? And he was not. So I gotta say this because I feel like one day I'm gonna meet him, right? Puerto Rican with the tail, right? Barely speak English, but he was not. Every time I got into some shit, he was with me. He was always ready to go, right? How much you get paid? He said, the most I ever get paid, $5 a month. So I'm gonna give you $100. But when I call you, you better stop any cut you doing. Run up here and cut my shit right here in front of the whole jail. Okay, go look. Any given day I come out, gun down! They start running up the tier, the metal skip. I said, go though. I had a mustache. I was embarrassed my shit was going white. I just have a fucking mustache. I took off the whole shit. Just had a little mustache, right? He come through the mustache in front of everybody. I'm like, okay. Then go back down. Like I was playing games in there, like big time games. They give you chicken only on Thursday. That's like filet mignon. That's like I had chicken every day, dozens of chickens every day. I was wilding.
He was having his way. Now listen, the world changed on me. You went back. I want to know. You went back. You got your boys Cool and Dre. You got Don Cannon producer. You got Babyface.
Man. Better than everybody. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Go to the mic.
I'm better than everybody. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everybody could put out their albums. They could do whatever they want. You know, I'm Big Papi Ortiz. I hit Grand Slams. I go for the big shit. And so this album, from the street to the hits, to the parties, to the this, you know, I'm quadruple OG. My song is about to hit top 10 on the rhythmic charts, #1 in UK black charts. I'm putting out a single with me and Babyface that's gonna be #1. And so I don't play. And then the street records, they come from a real place.
Yes.
So the production is crazy, the shit is crazy. You know, maybe when we die, they give you your flowers when you die, unfortunately. How crazy is that, right?
Wow.
Like, think about it.
No,
like,
Nori give you flowers.
No, but I don't care about Nori giving me flowers while we're here. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just
the world.
Clark Kent.
The world.
Yeah, Clark.
No Clark Kent,
Rest
no
in peace to
Biggie,
Clark Kent, man.
no Jay-Z, no this. The man pushed everybody to be great, got everybody. We wait till he died till we just go. I wish we could see it. I get it. It's for the family. You know what I'm saying? But I wish I could see, you could see it. So Fat Joe been great for a long time. Not just music and everything we do. Anything for the culture. Whether it's, I used to write graffiti, whether it's coaching street basketball. I'm the all-time winningest coach. Whether it's this, whether it's that, whether it's this, whether it's this. I could tell you, first rapper to perform for a nigga walking in the ring. You know, it's just so many firsts for everything. I mean, let's talk about the elephant in the room. I'm as black as you and you. I'm as black as any black guy. But I'm Puerto Rican and Cuban too. Nobody doing this type of shit I've been doing for 30 years in this rap game. It's so much to be overlooked that, like, I'm gonna put out an album that everybody else's album up.
Right.
And they still gonna act like it's regular shit. Like, oh yeah, it's Joe. Oh, you got another number one? Yeah, okay. He's spitting his ass off. Yeah, okay, it's Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? And this shit crazy, but that's why I made sure I came here to tell you I'm the best. I'm the best. You get mad at me, you curse at me, cap, whatever the fuck you want. I'm not talking about all the rappers that was the greatest 30 years ago, 20 years ago, 10 years ago. I'm talking about now.
You the best.
I'm the best.
I respect
You
it.
see what I'm saying? And that's just a fact. And when you get the album or you hear the album, you're gonna be like, yo, this is going crazy. It's not normal. You see, most of our artists, no matter if they were the greatest we ever heard, their flows and their shit deteriorate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you get an artist from our era.
Yeah.
He talking about, I had this, I used to remember when the Bubble Goose was there? Nah, nigga, I got the shit on right now.
Right now, nigga.
I got that shit on right now.
Right now.
I'm
That's
talking
why
to
we don't even interview old unless you still popping, nigga.
Listen,
We don't hear about no
yo,
you had
yo,
98.
Yo, I got
What you got now,
I got that
nigga?
shit on right now.
He got that rolling with the
That's
with the
400. That's
goddamn-
about the minimum 400 for that.
This is gender free, whatever they call it.
yeah.
This to everybody.
That's the
Gray glow.
Right.
What I'm saying is, I got the shit on now. We
Right.
winning right now. This
Right.
we ain't telling back in the day
Right.
stories.
This ain't no
when we
fucking
was
Throwback
popping,
Thursday.
or when we this shit now.
Right.
You got Instagram, just look at it.
Right.
You see what the fuck we doing out here,
Right
yo.
now.
Right now.
Now.
And so that's what I'm trying to tell you in real time. Know what I'm saying? And so what we all hoped, or we all used to wish for, before we got on an elite level of thinking, right, was, yo, at least I want to die fly, or I want to, you know, am I going to do it till I'm out of here? Because we know so many who used to have it, or used to be fly, or used to this, and they had their time. They not that no more.
No.
We still salute them.
Right.
We see them and be like, yo, OG, yo, my man. That's what I do, right? But give a dude credit for, you know, fighting all the odds, coming back from everything,
And still doing
underdog,
it.
and still doing
And
it.
still doing it.
At an elite
At
level.
elite level.
And don't take my music light. It's called The World Changed on Me. When it comes, listen to it and really say, that boy going crazy with the flows, the content. He don't sound like he used to have it. He's telling you what's going on right now in 2024.
December 13th, get the album.
Say,
Fat Joe.
let's say he say, but the not black though. Ozempic, so he's not so fat, Joe. Trump sneaker tried to cancel me on TV. Next day, I'm at the White House with the VP. My life on the whole, fuck bad, get money till I'm gone.
It's crack, man.
Yo, and it's all, you see what
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to let him know.
It's crack, man.
You got to come down the land and do it. You got to come down summertime, do one in the land, man. Badlands, do a show.
I'm trying to let him know, right? I'm alive.
You here.
The game is alive. Uncle Luke's alive.
Yes.
Legends are alive, right? Salute them when you see them.
Salute them.
They paid the way.
Salute them, don't shoot them.
You understand?
Salute
them
don't
when you
shoot
see
'em.
them. We alive.
Yes.
Right.
The game is alive. You know how nasty Game is on that mic? Uncle Luke started that whole shit.
Yeah.
So many artists I could just say they're alive. Salute them while they here.
Right.
You don't let nobody die, and then the next day you want to throw 60. Yo, bro, you should have
Rest
let
in
him
peace
know.
and all that. Should have told him you love him while they here.
That's it.
And I talked to Clark Kent before he passed. I told him I love him. I told him I appreciate him. I told him all of that because Clark Kent was the first person to bring me to New York and throw me on a record with Ice Cube and Noriega, pushing rhymes like Wait Remix. Love you, Clark.
Yo, that's
Rest
crazy.
in peace.
Yes.
Clark Kent started so many people.
Yes.
And rest in peace, Clark.
Rest in peace,
Rest in
Clark.
peace.
And the thing about Clark Kent is he was a master of manipulation. Let me tell you. He made everybody think they was his best friend. Like I thought I was Clark Kent's best friend. And so did every in the world. Was like, he knew how to make you feel like you're his best friend. That's an art.
Absolutely.
Everybody thought they was his
Absolutely.
best friend.
Yep.
They go to a funeral and they figure out he had 1,000 best friends. Everybody, he loved everybody.
Right.
So salute Chubby Baby.
Salute Chubby Baby.
Chubby
Rest in
Baby.
peace.
No
in
future
peace,
without
man.
Chubby Baby.
Right.
You
Right.
know, Chubby Baby Dipset, known from the Bronx.
Right.
There's no yesterday's price is not today's price without Chubby Baby. We went to the Versus Locks, right? The Locks and the Dipset. The next day, Chubby Baby come to my store. And we talking shit about the battle and we debating. And I said, let me go home throw on the live. I wouldn't even throw on the live. Start recapping the shit. Then I said, you know, Jada Kiss, if you a promoter, yesterday's price is not. If it wasn't for the energy
Right.
of Chubby
Chubby Baby.
Baby
Right.
going at it with me the next day at the store, it wouldn't have been no yesterday's price. And we know how we turned that into some
Right.
M's.
Into some M's. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
shout out to Chubby Baby, his whole family, man. God bless him. And everybody out there, man, you know, let the people know you love them. That's the best thing I could, best advice I could give you now.
Rest in peace to the legends, man. Make sure y'all get the album. Make sure y'all stream
World
it.
changed on me,
TikTok it. The
goddamn
world
it.
changed on me. This is Fat Joe, Joey Crack, Joseph
John
Badlands, Joseph Cartagena.
Germantown, Allegheny,
Lehigh.
Tierra de Colombia.
Yeah,
What?
and it's just like that.
Right.